As we begin the run into the end of the Premier League season, the big games keep on coming. Today, we face off against Liverpool. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Frankly FM84. A big thank you for joining me on another episode of Leeds United, Pride of Yorkshire. So the end of the season is fast approaching, the games are running out and we are in pursuit of Manchester United at the top of the table. If you want a little spoiler, you can see just over on the side of the screen there the league table. But before we go too depth into that, let's have a look at the schedule. You can see that in the last game, and the only game we played since you've been away, we beat Tottenham 5-0 at Edlam Road. We were absolutely fantastic. Dusan Vlahovic getting a hat-trick, Bentancur getting on the score sheet, and Rafinha scoring too. We really restricted Tottenham to not a lot. Didn't give them really much of a chance. They had a lot of the ball, but didn't have a lot of chances. We were clinical, took the ones that we had, and we managed to get the 3 points at Elland Road, which was a big result for us in that pursuit of Manchester United. So let's go back, have a little look at the competition proper. So you can see in terms of the Premier League now, we are sat just 2 points behind Manchester United. We do have a game in hand though. So if we win that game in hand, technically we can go a point above them in the league. However, our running is going to be quite manic. So we have Liverpool today in today's episode. We then have Manchester City in the Premier League before we face off against the old enemy in the Champions League. We have drawn them in the semi-final. We then play Newcastle, Burnley, Notts Forest and Southampton to round out the Premier League season. So this is going to be a bit of a roller coaster ride. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into today's game. Let's see how we get on against Liverpool. After that performance against Tottenham then, we are going to look to pretty much put out the same starting lineup to see if we can continue with that kind of form against Liverpool. So the lineup will be Meslier in goal, Firpo, Wisdom, Ibrahim Konate and Santiago Garcia at right back. We'll have Phillips and Bentancur as the holding two. Thiago Thomas, Burak Ince and Rafinha are going to hopefully supply the ball to our main man, Dusan Vlahovic. Fingers crossed we can blast past Liverpool onto 3 more points and hopefully close that gap to Manchester United. And if they don't play, we can go back top of the table. Here we go then. No time wasting in this one. Straight to the lineup, straight into the huddles, and then the game is off and running. And we are on the attack early on as Garcia looks to beat his man, swings the ball in. There is Thiago Thomas rising at the back post, headers it into the net. 15th goal of the season, and we are off to a bit of a flyer. Let's have a little look at this again then. So Ince involved, plays it to Garcia. He beats his man, crosses it into the back post. Thiago Thomas is there with that header. And Thiago Thomas is really developing as a player. He's one that had struggled to get in the team consistently, but I think he's playing at such a level now. We made some big name signings in the summer, like Harvey Elliott and James Maddison, and he's now comfortably ahead of both of those in the pecking order. I mean, I know that Harvey Elliott's been a little bit unlucky with injuries, but in terms of actually being on the pitch and playing well, Thiago Thomas has impressed every single time I've seen him play. He's involved again here as he steals the ball, plays to Burak Ince, shot goes just over the top, and it's a goal kick for Liverpool. So a lively start from us. We've had 2 shots, one of which on target, which was the goal, and then Liverpool are having a corner here. Oh, that was so close. The way that Meslier in goal just watched the ball drop past the post. Yeah, I thought for a split second it was going to drop in. Instead, it does go in our favour. We are now trying to get out of our own half as Liverpool seem to have us penned in a little bit. They're knocking the ball around quite nicely. They have some talent in this Liverpool team. Florian Wirtz, he's played the ball to well, it was Danny Olmo. Wirtz to Olmo to Mo Salah. I mean, this team is absolutely stacked with talent from back to front. And the way they play the ball around here, Henderson, Wirtz, Haaland to Olmo, and then the ball in behind And Mo Salah, what can you do about Mo Salah? Not a lot. Once he's in that position, you just got to hope Melier guesses the right way and makes the save. Fortunately for us, he had no chance as he just tucks that away into the back of the net and they get on level terms. So, in fairness to Liverpool, looking at the stats here, they are getting on top in this game. And Dijk's ahead of there at the near post, but they are on top in the game and they probably are rightfully in the lead in this one. They're not in the lead, are they? They are back on terms. Oh, I thought I was about to predict the future there. No, they're not ahead. They are back on terms. Sorry. Uh, Hopefully not getting ahead of myself because I'd like us to build something from this as Ince plays the ball all the way out to Thiago Thomas. Let's see what he can do. The little Portuguese magician plays it back to Bentancur, who gets into the box. He's now going to run all the way towards the byline. Ball comes to Garcia. Burak Ince is there. Oh my gosh, Alisson Becker, how did he make that save? Somehow he's blasted the ball straight at him. He's tipped it up and over the bar. We have a corner which Ince swings in, and Wisdom and May has hit the crossbar. We are now turning the tide, it seems. Liverpool have been all over us. Burak Ince with the shot, and Alisson's turned that one wide too. So Alisson like a brick wall in goal for Liverpool at the moment. Let's see if we can do anything from this corner. Rafinha is swinging it in. Wisdom and May goes for the header again. It's going to go out as far as Andy Robertson. Liverpool all of a sudden are on the counter attack. But luckily for us, Bentancur follows him all the way back, makes the tackle, and it's nothing more than a throw-in. So this one's getting a little bit strung out, a bit end-to-end, as Liverpool are setting up again with an attack coming through the middle of the pitch as well. Salah plays it in behind for Erling Haaland. My gosh, the game obviously doesn't watch much of the Bundesliga because there's no way Erling Haaland misses by that much in any game that he plays in. Luckily for us, he did. And then we had a corner. Wisdom and Mays headed this one over the bar. So it's going end to end all of a sudden. The game pace has picked right up. And the chances are coming for both teams. Luckily for us, Liverpool haven't took any more of theirs. Unfortunately for us, though, we couldn't take any of ours either. So a quick look at the players. I think Burak Ince might be the one to watch in terms of his fitness. He's looking a little bit jaded in the middle of the park. He's played quite a few games in the past couple, or in the run-up of games to this one. I think he might be worth rotating. In fact, Rafinha looks tired. Bentancur looks tired. Vlahovic now looks tired. Unfortunately for Dusan Vlahovic, he's probably one player that we can't afford to bring off. Danny almost sets up a free kick. He's hit the crossbar now. So the fact that has gone where it has gives me an opportunity. There's quite a few players here who do need to be swapped in the game. We're going to try and put Ryan Gravenberch in place of Ince. Oh, do we make the change? Do I go bold? Yeah, I'm going to bring on Mattias Scully. I think Mattias Scully is going to be a player who will be ready for the first team sooner rather than later. It's just finding spots to place him in. Pretty much like Thiago Thomas when he came to the club. He's a ball of raw talent, and how we can get him in the lineup is it's a nice headache to have. But I'd like to be able to find him a bit more game time because I think his development is coming on really fast. And now we are knocking the ball around at the back. Don't always feel comfortable with this build-up play, but Gravenberch has found Vlahovic. Vlahovic has found the back of the net, smashes it home. That gives us a 2-1 lead with 20 minutes of the game left. What a ball this is here from Mr. Gravenberch. So Firpo gets it, plays it to Gravenberch. He has one idea in mind. Over the top, Vlahovic is in and he hits it like a rocket. Straight past Alisson Becker in goal. And Liverpool find themselves behind and we find ourselves ahead, which is something that I wasn't actually expecting. I'll be honest, in the second half I thought we might have faded away, especially with some of the players looking a little bit jaded, but I'll take it every day of the week. And the fact that the game is now speeding up and just absolutely flying by, well, I thought it was flying by. There's a big scramble in the box. They've hit the crossbar. I thought I was about to jinx it and give Liverpool an equaliser, but instead we're on the break here. Thiago Thomas could have run direct at goal. Instead, he's going to cross the ball in. It gets blocked by Van Dijk. Virgil's just as big in-game as he is in real life for Liverpool. And then he sets them off on a counter-attack, which comes to nothing, thankfully for us. We're into the 93rd minute, the last of the added on time. All we've got to do is stand firm here. Trent has the ball in the box, plays it back to Fabinho, and they've scored an equaliser. How many times does this happen to us? Abada getting the equaliser in the 93rd minute. My gosh. If this is our game in hand, I'm not 100% sure that it is. Then it's not too bad of a result to get a draw against a big team like Liverpool, but well, we haven't thrown it away, but basically to not kill the game off when we had chance. And now Liverpool have got a free kick. Danny almost hit the top of the crossbar in the 94th minute. I was about to say we haven't thrown it away, but that would have been disaster had we have not picked up anything out of the game. But bit of a strange one. I thought we'd had the 3 points. The time was just bombing away, and then all of a sudden, it's give Liverpool a chance in the 93rd minute. Fabinho to Abada, and they have come away with a 2-2 draw. They possibly have nicked it, but on reflection, the game looks pretty fair. 50-50 in possession. We've had 21 shots, 6 of which have been on target, so maybe it's our own poor finishing that has let us down in the end. Let's skip through the dressing room and have a little look at whether that was a game in hand. It was a game in hand. It now leaves us a point behind Manchester United. So let's go into the competitions tab and have a look. So Manchester United play 33.77. Us play 33.76. 5 games left to go in the league season. Only a point can separate us. Let's have a little look quickly before we wrap this one up at Manchester United's schedule. So we have obviously Manchester City next, whereas they have Leicester, West Ham, Norwich, Wolves and Brentford. And those are the teams really that we are now going to be relying on to get something out of the game. Leicester might be a tricky one for them because they play us in the Champions League semi-final. So maybe they would rest a few players. I don't even know which of the 2 competitions I'm preferring to win at the moment. I want to win both, obviously. But if I had to pick just one, I think I would take the Premier League. Champions League is one of those that you just tick off and then you've done, whereas the Premier League is 38 games and you challenge yourself against the best across the season. So, fingers crossed. There is still enough time for us to do it. But our running, as I said before, with games against Man City, Newcastle, Burnley, Notts Forest and Southampton, this is going to be close. You don't want to miss this running. Oh, it's never nice falling to the final kick of the game. A 93rd minute equaliser robs us of an extra 2 points. It now leaves us 1 point behind Manchester United. As I was just discussing, the running is going to be key. Hopefully, if we can get over the Manchester City hurdle and Manchester United falter against Leicester, it could turn in our favour. But either way, it's going to be tricky from here on in. So if you're at this point of the video, still watching, enjoying the content and enjoying the channel, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Helps the channel out so much. And I appreciate every single person that has taken the time so far across the first year of YouTube to do that for me. If you're one of those people, we're going to jump straight on. Come back tomorrow and check us out as we are going to be taking on Manchester City in the Premier League.